I think coffee shops are incredibly important for a lot of reasons. I think they offer an experience that you can't get anywhere else and still experience the aspect of community that only coffee can really bring together, as well as hopefully that quality that we've come to expect with the specialty coffee industry.
My name is Clay Roselle, and I am the owner-operator of Bookish Coffee in Denton, Texas. Roasting coffee is pretty exciting. I think the moment that you're able to source a bean, to try it, to sample it, and also to roast it and pull out incredible flavors, surprising flavors that you weren't expecting. It's a pretty satisfying moment when you taste the product and you're able to be surprised with different flavors. Based on the geography and elevation of where the plant is grown, it's a crop, so it takes on organic natural compounds. So depending on the region, you can have sweet and savory or wine-like and bitter, different fruits, and all kinds, different spices and chocolates. It's pretty diverse spectrum of what you can actually, flavors you can pull from the coffee bean. For the most part, roasting coffee is a pretty straightforward process. Taking beans, heating them up, and then cooling them down. For the most part, that's coffee roasting. The craft comes into just the expertise and the palate you develop from hours and hours and batches of roasting to kind of narrow down not only the perfect roast, but the perfect roast that kind of characterizes your preferred palate. Coffee cupping is an industry term, cupping, which just means to taste. Coffee cupping is a very standardized way to evaluate and taste different coffee beans. So it's a very, very controlled environment. So you're able to just pull out singular differences in the different coffees that you taste. As a coffee roaster in this community, especially Denton, a community that I'm from, I'm a product of, I've spent a lot of time here, I live here, I work here. I take it very personal, kind of my contribution as a small business owner to the community. So Bookish Coffee, not only is it a means of revenue for me and my family, but more importantly, it's an opportunity that I can engage the community on different levels. So this whole thing has been a learning process. These past 3 years have been an unbelievable ride. I've tried my hardest to be involved and to support different initiatives going on, and the community kind of has rallied around Bookish Coffee, me and my family, and what we're doing. So just to see the response from the community has really been encouraging and exciting for me.
My name is Jay McWhorter, and my wife and I own Coffeehouse.
Hey, my name is Jesse, and I work at Roots Coffeehouse in Highland Village.
My name's Chandler, and I'm a barista at Roots Coffee House.
Coffee. It's one of the most global things that we can be a part of. It's the second highest traded commodity in the world. And so that means that the majority of the places you'll go in the world, you instantly have something to relate to people on.
You know, we always want to be trying new things. We want to be a source of excitement for the community. We want people to come out and know that, hey, we're going to have new drinks. We're going to have new things to offer. We're going to be growing and expanding in different ways.
It's become a place where the community can really be at its best, and that's cool to see because that's not something we made. That's something that people coming together in a common place has made.
Coffee's always a safe bet because everybody loves coffee. It's a way to connect to people and those types of things. For me, coffee's really special. One, because I just love it, simply for the fact that it's enjoyable. It's a nice thing to drink. It's fun. It gives me an area of life where I can invest and learn and constantly be learning. It's not something that you peak out on and then all of a sudden you know everything, because there's always new coffee and every season it's different. And there's always new things to taste. There's always new things to try. There's always new ways to make it. And so it's an industry, it's a hobby, it's a thing that you can continue to be a part of and grow in for the rest of your life. And it just makes it special. And every morning you hand make a cup of coffee and you get to enjoy the fruits of your labor right then and there, 3-4 minutes later.
I'm slowly seeing like the term craft coffee become a thing. Like it's that shops like that weren't really available growing up, and now I'm seeing shops like Roots where people know what the term crafting means. It is a craft, it's artisan, and it's things that take time and take effort.
Well, I think the really exciting thing is we have the opportunity to serve what has typically been an area that doesn't really get a lot of specialty coffee shops, which is kind of out in the suburbs, out in the outside of the urban center of Dallas and Fort Worth.
The people are starting to care more, and I think the reason that they're starting to care more is because they're starting to realize what's actually available to them. They're starting to know that good coffee's out there. Anytime people tell me they don't like coffee, I say, how can you know that if you haven't tried all of them? No two cups are alike. They're all vastly different. So it's a very difficult thing to say, I don't like coffee. And I think people are beginning to realize that. Coffee it's enjoyable, and it's fun, and I love coffee because I love people. And coffee is an avenue to people. It's a way that I get to relate and be with and enjoy something collectively with another group of people.
I think we have a great opportunity just to be able to serve coffee to people here, like I said, that haven't traditionally had access to it. So, we certainly haven't gotten to where we think we can get, but we definitely want to keep pushing forward and keep growing, keep dreaming about where we can go as a coffee shop.
My name is Carlos Palacio, and me and my wife own Trio Craft Coffee.
My name is Charlie Schaefer, and I'm a barista at Trio Craft Coffee. Coffee is just a delicious drink. It's something that is available to us, to many of us here. It's affordable. It's not something that's very expensive, and it's exciting. It gives you an area to explore.
My dad is from Colombia. My mother is from Mexico, so grew up in Mexico and Colombia. At the earliest I can remember going to school, there was just coffee in the table. Now, you know, we did a lot of instant coffee and coffee in a tin pre-ground, but you know, it's just part of the culture. So coffee wasn't just a cool thing we did, it was our breakfast drink.
Go over to anyone's house, you can most likely see a Mr. Coffee in their kitchen. We're in like such a quick-paced world that people rely on some sort of source of caffeine for them. I don't think everyone sees the work that goes into getting that coffee over here and roasted and then in our kitchens. But when you think about where it comes from and what it takes to get that coffee there, we're on the very tail end of the coffee. We're the one consuming it.
Trio is more than just a coffee shop. For us, Trio is a mission. We want to love our community well. We see Flower Mountain as a coffee desert, so we want to bring just good coffee to the community. We also want to invest in the community again and form relationships, personal relationships with people to love people well. So the roasters we're using is Oak Cliff Coffee Roasters, Verb Coffee Roasters, and Madcap right now. One of our criteria for picking the roasters is we want it to be great coffee and just magic, like something that tells my brain for a second, this isn't coffee. You know, I don't want to put coffee in a box, but I think for me a good cup of coffee is the one that just kind of brings, you know, another experience and you know, just music to my taste buds, if I can describe it.
So I did hate it. You know, it seemed horrible to me, but it's because I didn't have coffee done right. So when I experienced good coffee, it set me on this wild chase of how did that happen? How did they do that? Like, why is this way of coffee different from what I've been used to? Ultimately, I think it's just because I had a good cup of coffee. I know I've said this earlier, but that's that experience of, man, this is, I've never had coffee like this is coffee. I think that's what set me off to get into coffee. It's just that experience.
Yeah, you gotta land on what is great coffee for you. So we started a vision, and you can say every coffee shop is out there to serve great coffee, right? But what is great coffee? And I think that's what you kind of define and what makes every coffee shop different. But at the end of the day, you know, if you serve a cup of coffee and the person goes, this is the best cappuccino I've had, this is the best latte I've had, this is the best black cup of coffee I've had, you know, it's, and you get that repeatedly, then you know you're onto something.
Can we go now? I didn't hear you say action, so I was...
Action.
Thank you.
Farm to cup process of coffee.
You got it all. Okay.
Mighty Mickey Mouse making out with Minnie in the moonlight.
Smile or whatever, or?
You can smile, you don't have to.
That should be good. Awesome. Thank you. Shot.
Hey.